dearest brothers and sisters in wisdom, peace, and love. This is Reverend Melissa, and I have a special message for you. This one is regarding the authority of the Roman Catholic Church, the Vatican. Many of you have viewed the videos within the Ancient Word series, and I'd just like to ask you guys and girls, to really search yourselves and just what you're doing in your lives. Because first of all, let's take a closer look at the leaders of the Vatican, the popes. We have to just realize that these people are evil, that these men and the women that serve and work beside them are evil. Not only are they evil, but they do not serve our God, because the scriptures, and I reference the Gospel of the Holy 12 and not the New Testament that they compiled and gave to humankind. In the Gospel of the Holy 12 and the Gospel of Peace, both narrated completely and mostly by Christ, Yesu. Okay? If you're truly looking for the true teachings of Christ, you're going to read those books. You're going to seek out the books of Enoch. You're going to seek out the testaments of the patriarchs, the testament of Abraham, the writings of King Solomon. You know, it's ironic regarding the world's wealth. So many were told, oh, King Solomon was the richest man ever. And yet, if you listen, and if you've researched and read King Solomon's odes and his psalms and his book of wisdom, King Solomon himself said that he was rich, that his wealth was in children. He speaks nothing of money in none of his odes, his psalms, in his book of wisdom. There is nothing that he references no material items. He said that his wealth was in children. And yet, interestingly, we have no reference and knowledge of who the descendants of King Solomon are. And why is that? Looks like that was a genealogy that was not one that they wanted to get out, much like how they rewrote the history of humankind, Rome, the Vatican. You know, if anyone listens to what Benedict the 16th has to say, okay, the man does not possess no wisdom. He gives these little mini messages that people stand in front of the Vatican wanting his holy message, referring to him as his holiness. And what makes this little man holy? Come on, he stabbed John Paul II in the back. And that's the ironic thing. You know, you reap what you sow. Does Joseph Ratzinger really think that he's going to leave this earth in a good way after what he did to John Paul II? You know, he can't cheat the Creator. Nobody can. John Paul II tried. He couldn't. And Joseph Ratzinger is not going to be able to also. You know, you serve Mammon. You serve the Dark One and his brothers. There's not going to be a good end for you. And for Peter the Roman, come on. You know, he looked like in his youth and when he was a younger man that there was much light in him. But that light was sucked out like a vampire, like a vampire sucking blood. Because if you look at him, come on, what pact did he make with the devil? You know, he's looking forward to being the next person in power. Come on. Brothers and sisters, leave that damn unclean organization and their people. Already, you see, they're not going to give humankind nothing. Let you know, the Vatican comes out and gives these little 5-minute, 6-minute messages, and for everyone who speaks English, you're some damn fools who are Roman Catholics, because the Pope always comes out and give you that little B doesn't even give you a 5-minute message, and when he does give you one, he has to read it. You're stupid. He has to read a 5-minute message. He doesn't even give you a 5-minute message. He gives you a 1 to 2 minute message. Come on. And stop taking your children to them. Stop putting your children in situations that those damn unclean men and women can sexually molest your children. Go out and pull your babies from those facilities. Take your children out of those organizations. Those men are corrupt. They've never married. They become lovers of themselves. And they perform evil, unclean rituals purposely against the innocent and youth, to defile and to corrupt them. And you are aiding them by sending your children to their schools. You are aiding them by letting your children become a part of that abominable organization. God is still in control. They have tried so many evils throughout the ages. Yes, and some God allows them. Well, we can't say why God allows the things that he does. But he does. But then there are things that God doesn't allow. So you have to stop putting your trust in man. You have to go back and you have to put your trust in God, because this is the thing. For all of you who are proud of your Roman Catholic cathedrals, your church houses, when you visit the Vatican and you walk through those buildings that are filled with mammon, filled with mammon. Everywhere you look, you see mammon. You see gold, you see silver, you see the wealth of the world. You're stupid. Did they share any of that wealth with you? Of course they did not. They're steadily gathering. They're steadily trying to figure out ways to kill you. All of our food, all of the food in the world is produced in China or abroad. The industries, the whole U.S. economy, most of the jobs have been outsourced to China and to India. There's no economy. There's very little economy except for education, except for government. And government spending has gone out the roof, putting the U.S. into more debt. Come on, everyone. If you haven't turned to God, who's going to save us? Who's going to save us but God and his holy angels? We need Christ to come back, because right now, we need him. But I tell you one thing, wake up, Joseph Ratzinger, you reap what you sow. It's coming down the line for him and all like unto him. Let Rome have Rome. Satanio has the same end that is in store for all who have done evil and think that they've gotten away with it. They haven't. God will judge us all. We love you, dear brothers and sisters, and pray that you all are well and hanging in there, and even though times are tight, stop endorsing blood sports. Stop eating unclean foods produced abroad, mainly China, and various other parts of the world, and stop eating flesh and blood. Those animals are laden with hormones designed to ruin your health. Remember that. And also, please fight against the outsourcing, the outsourcing of jobs to foreign lands without even thinking about the citizens of your own country. What an ironic twist that is. Nonetheless, hang in there, brothers and sisters. We love you. Keep your chins up, and pray for us as we will continue to pray for thee. In wisdom, peace, and love, peace be with thee. This is Reverend Melissa.